You are the father.
Today on Trisha.
These people are my friends, Jennifer.
You cheated on me the whole entire time.
You knew what I was doing. I don't want to be together with somebody living on the bridge.
She hates him.
I honestly hope he's not the father of my children.
He hates her. Do you like her?
I can't stand her.
That's good.
And they have children together.
He calls you names like what? Horse?
You call me a worthless.
So the kids are hearing all of
Right.
this.
The DNA can provide answers.
I had plans to go in for sole custody
Really, good luck
and
with that.
divorcing
Good
her.
luck with that.
But can it make them act like grown-ups?
I think, personally, both of you should get a parenting assistance.
After she lost her husband, she thought this man was her second chance at love.
11 years you've been with Calvin?
Yes.
When do you think he started cheating on you?
After the first 2 years.
What?
Yes.
But that second chance may be stepping out on her.
Did you go out of town with anybody?
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Did you tell me you was going?
I don't think we was together.
Does this couple really need a lie detector?
There was an admission made, Tim.
Yes, there was.
He copped to cheating on her.
When she was, riding me about the whole sleeping with other people, I just got tired of it, and I was like, okay, yeah, you know what? I her 6 times or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
But now he says he made it up to shut her up.
Wrong joke, wrong time.
The lie detector will separate truth from fiction.
Have you had sexual contact with any other women?
No.
Lie detectors, DNA, and family feuds.
Okay, please welcome Angela. Now, backstage is her husband, Gary. Angela and Gary are raising 2 children together, but sadly, this couple is at war, and the casualty is going to be their children. You see, Angela admits she was with other men during their marriage, and she's hoping that Gary is proven not to be the father. Now, on the other hand, Gary wants to be the father, and if proven so, claims he will fight to get custody of their children. So listen to the battle these two are waging.
I am here to prove to my husband, Gary, he is not the father of my children, Xander and Bertie. I am almost positive Gary is not the father of my son, Xander, and I am 100% positive he is not the father of my daughter, Bertie. There were times in our marriage we would split up, and I did see other men.
At times, I question if the kids are mine because Angela was sleeping around with other guys while we were married.
My son Xander doesn't look anything like Gary. He looks like another guy I slept with. And my daughter Bertie looks like she could be fathered by another man as well.
Angela and I do not have the best relationship. We argue all the time, and we don't agree on anything.
Gary even calls me names in front of my children. My son Xander copies him and calls me them names too.
Angela is always saying I'm not Xander and Bertie's father. I need to know if these are my children. If they are, I want sole custody of them, and I am divorcing Angela.
I honestly hope he's not the father of my children, so I can be done with him, his drama, and he can be out of my life for good.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Usually, Angela, people come on the show wanting to prove that the guy is the father, but
I don't want him to be the father.
You don't? Why not?
Because he's done nothing for my son since I've had him.
Let's go back to the beginning. How long have you and Gary been together?
7.5 years.
And you've been stayed together that whole time or on off?
On and off.
And what happened? You split up?
Yes.
And then you met another guy?
Yep.
And you think that's who your son's dad could be?
I left Gary for 3 weeks.
Right. So there's a question mark over
Yeah.
here. Now, what about your daughter?
My daughter, I'm 100% is not my husband's.
How are you and Gary getting on at the moment?
We don't.
He calls you names like what?
Bitch, horse.
Not
My son even calls me a now. Yeah.
So the kids are hearing all
Right.
of this. Why are the two of you together? I don't understand.
It was a stupid move in my life.
What did your friends and family say about
That I was stupid.
And you didn't listen to them? Your sister Jessica's in the audience. Did you tell her not to get married?
I did.
Yeah. Why? What's going on in their relationship?
They just never got along from the get, and they argued back and forth, called each other names all the time. So I told her
Right from the start?
Right from the start, and I told her it was a stupid move to begin with, and she still didn't listen to me.
Do you think they should be together?
No.
No way at all?
No.
Okay, so why aren't you divorced?
Because I don't have the money to get the divorce done yet.
Okay, and that's the only reason?
I am working at it.
So when's the last time you actually saw Gary? Because you two are living apart at the moment, aren't you?
Last time I seen Gary was yesterday.
Oh, you had to think that. It doesn't sound like you even like the guy.
I don't.
Nothing about him you like.
Can't stand him.
So what's wrong with him? Take me through it. What is wrong with him?
He's a drug addict. He drinks. He don't know how to treat people.
And he was like that right from the get-go?
No, he was on parole when I first got with him. He was clean.
But you're saying he slipped back into his old ways. Is he a good dad?
No.
Why not?
He don't do nothing for Xander.
And what about your daughter? Does he do anything for your daughter?
No.
So it's like you're a single mom?
Right, I'm a single mom.
All right, so how did he react? Did you actually tell him, hey, I don't think you're the father of these kids?
Yeah, he knows.
And he still wants to hang around and be with them?
When it's convenient for him to be dad.
What happens if the DNA test comes back and actually says he is the dad?
Well, then he needs to man up and be dad, then not when it's convenient for him.
But what you're hoping for, I gather, is that the
I'm
DNA...
hoping they're not.
And then you can just walk away from him and never see his face again. Well, I think it's time we meet Angela's husband, Gary, and hear his side of the story. So let's meet Gary. Hi.
All these accusations you're making are false. I want to get the kids
You're a
in the
low-life
community. You won't even let me take kids
for
to
your
church.
kids.
You won't let them.
That's because you
get them
threatened to
involved
take
in
my
the
kids,
community.
stupid ass.
You won't even let an education person come there and help them with
They
the
do.
ABCs, 1, 2, 3s.
Maybe you should have been around
So
to be
I
a
moved
dad
down
instead
there
of doing
and
your
you wanted
damn
to bring
drugs
another
and
man
alcohol.
into the house and sleep with
That's
them.
my house.
Well, I was.
If I so choose, I'm bringing 10 dudes up in my
You
house.
said
It's my
I could
house.
come down
I pay
there
the
to
bills.
establish myself to be in Xander's life. Why
You
would I
learn to
move
pay my
down
bills.
to
That's
be in
when you
Xander's
say who's
life?
going to be
Can't
coming up in
lie.
my house.
Okay, have
Tell
a
me
seat,
Bernie
Gary.
and I.
Have a seat, Gary. How do you feel about the fact that neither of these children might be yours?
You cheated on me the whole entire time. Jesse brought
And you act
guys
like it's
to
a
you
surprise
because
to
she
you.
wanted
You knew
to bring
what I
you
was
with me.
doing.
Hang on just a minute. Jesse?
She brought other guys
met guys.
to
That was
introduce
on
you to
her
it
own.
instead of
I don't
where
need
was
to deal with the kids.
offered marriage counseling.
Hang on just a minute. Jessica, what are you saying? You're saying
I didn't bring no guys to her. If she met any guys, that was on her. Don't put me in this. It's your fault you guys ain't together. The one time you did was Xander for her to go to work. What did he give me,
It's her fault.
He got she had to come home and take him to the hospital.
Hey, just a minute. What are you saying happened, Jessica?
He wouldn't even watch her children for her to go to work. The one time he did watch
is
Xander,
lies. Hang on,
let's
he
see
got a pill, and Angela had to come home and take him to the hospital.
That
because
is
he was
why I
at
lost my
was
job
when I
over
was
that.
at work.
You were
That's
sleeping.
You
false.
were not working.
Bull crap.
Let's talk about the damage to the children. Can we get a picture up on the screen of these two little children who are in the middle of all of this? Okay. All right. So let's be serious here. Let's be serious here. We know, it's not guesswork, we know that with this kind of thing happening around these children, there are a few things that can happen. They will either end up in foster care, if they go into foster care, even if they don't, mental health services. We know that.
I'm putting my son in counseling.
Already?
Yes, I've already started the
Because
process.
of the, and Jessica, have you heard him use the language we've been hearing about?
Yes.
There's been maybe
You are
one or
full
two.
call
There's
each
been one
other
or two
names in front of
occasions
them
that I
kids.
might have slipped up and called you a bad word, but I do not
One or
use them
two
constantly.
in front of my kids, and that's full of more than one or two times.
What do you say in front of me? You call me a worthless in front of them.
Angela's hoping they're not your kids. How do you feel about that?
Well, one minute she tells me they're my kids, and the next she tells me they're not.
No, I
matter
told
what,
you
I'm
already
stepping up and I
100%
ain't
no.
being a dad.
Do you like her?
I can't stand her.
That's good, because I can't stand you either.
And if you are these children's father, what plans do you have?
I had plans to go in for sole custody
Really? Good luck
and
with that.
divorcing her.
Good luck with that. The divorce, please do. Go pay the money, please. Get that
Okay,
divorce.
can I just say something? That one thing I ask our producers to do is to look at how people are interacting. Now, they noticed something, that the person your son, and I haven't met your two children, the person that they saw your son gravitate towards was not mommy, not daddy.
And Jesse, because
Jessica,
Jesse's been
why is
doing
that,
daddy
Jessica?
figures.
Anytime anything happens, he calls me. He wants to come to my house. He wants Aunt Jessie.
Harsher people would say if you two really loved your children, you'd sign over custody to Jessica, but I'm just going to move back from that one.
Look, that's a false allegation. Jessica's teaching him bad habits.
Sadly, as we had two innocent children are caught in the crossfire, and I think, if anything, they deserve the truth. So we've got the DNA test results, I understand. Who wants to open the envelope, or are we going to have an argument about that as well?
I don't care. He can open it if he wants.
Or should I?
You should.
Yes, I think I should. Down. All right, so this is for three-year-old?
Yep.
3-year-old Xander. Okay, here we go. Coming up, you two don't like each other, you hate each other, stay the hell away from each other. Let's get that sorted. Yeah? But first,
I don't want to be together with somebody living on the bridge.
Well, then you need to be with somebody else.
Well, perhaps maybe I do.
And later.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I her 6 times or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Families in turmoil.
do you like her?
I can't stand her.
Today on Trisha.
Okay, welcome, Louise. Now, after the untimely death of her husband, Louise had given up on love until she met this man, Calvin. Now, Louise truly believed he was her second chance at happiness. Well, today, 11 years later, Louise's hope of a fairy tale ending have been shattered by suspicions that Calvin has been cheating. Yeah, and to add insult to injury, she believes Calvin's been taking women on dates to her favorite Mexican restaurant. Listen to her story.
For the last 11 years, I devoted my life to my boyfriend, Calvin, and now I question the whole thing. I think throughout the whole relationship, he's been cheating on me. I know he's cheating because for Valentine's Day, he gave me a re-gifted basket. And let me tell you, I think I deserve better than that. When I lost my husband, I thought I would never love again. Then I met Calvin, and he made me believe that I could love again. A part of me wished that I had never met him. But my second chance at love has been shot to hell.
So, Louise, 11 years you've been with Calvin?
Yes.
When do you think he started cheating on you?
After the first 2 years.
What?
Yes. After
So
the
he's been
first...
cheating for 9 years?
Yes, I feel he's been cheating for 9 years.
Let me go through some of the things that women often pick up on. Has your sex life changed at all?
Changed. It's non-existing now.
Oh.
If we have sex. There's a difference between sex and passion.
Yeah.
We don't have any of that.
You don't have any.
No, we don't have any of that.
All right. Now, is he secretive about his phone? Often guys who are messing around are secretive about their phones. Anything you've noticed there?
He's very secretive about his phone. He has that little lock-in gear on his phone where you have to go like a Z or X or whatever to get into his phone.
On top of all of this, you're saying Valentine's Day he gave you, what, re-gifted a gift or
yes,
something?
he re-gifted a gift that a female gave him.
And does he disappear?
Yeah, he always disappears. He claims he's going to his mother's house. He stays at his mother's house maybe 10 minutes, and then he's gone for the rest of the time. Don't know that I done already called his mother's house.
Oh.
You know.
Has he come back smelling of a different perfume or anything
Before
like?
he has, you know. I went to kiss him before, and he smelled like And I said to him, I said, what is that smell? Oh, I sprayed some perfume on me over my mama's house. I said, well, if your mother's wearing that type of perfume, she needs to change it. You know? Really, you know.
What are you going to do if you discover he has been cheating on you?
I have forgiven Calvin the first 2 times.
Oh, he's admitted 2 times?
Yes, he's admitted to it 2 times. I've forgiven him, you know. But if I found out now that he's cheating after I've forgiven him, I think we're done. We're done. Yeah.
Let's meet him. Let's hear what he has to say. Please welcome Calvin. Hi, Calvin.
How you doing?
So, what's been going on?
Fiance just accused me of everything.
You lie about it.
You make up stuff.
How do I make it up? It is not in my mind.
Yes,
when
it
I
is.
have
It's
proof,
all, you don't
when
have
I
no
have
proof.
receipts,
It's all
when
in
I
your mind.
talk to them,
You got a receipt
and they
from
know
the restaurant. You got a receipt
know?
from a restaurant that I admitted, yes, I went there. I bought some food for somebody.
A female somebody?
I brought some food for a female. They wasn't even in the car. They was at work.
Right, but you
paid
left
me
the
the money.
receipt in the car. At least you could have had the decency to get rid of the receipt so that I wouldn't
I had
see it.
nothing to hide.
You
it was
did.
simple.
What do you mean you had
it was
nothing
simple.
to hide?
I had nothing to hide.
You shouldn't have been out there giving out no food anyway.
Why? Who said? Is there a law against that? Who
We
said?
are in a relationship. It's my law.
It didn't
If there
stop
is
it.
any
Well,
law.
well, your law
you know,
is messed up.
Well, maybe
Your
it
law is
might
messed
be,
up.
you know, but
Okay.
that's the law of relationship. You can't be going out there buying food for another woman.
If somebody asks me, can you bring me some food? I'll give you the money. It's that simple.
Let me ask you about the telephone, your phone.
Okay.
You keep that very secret.
I keep it very secret.
Why?
I'll tell you why. My phone, my wallet, her purse, off limits. If I ask her for some money, I don't go in her purse to get it because that's her personal space.
You know what?
My phone
no,
is
that,
my
that
phone.
is not true.
I don't ask her.
That is not true.
I don't ask her
If I leave
who's
my
on-
purse at home, or if I leave my phone on
That's
the
your
stand,
thing.
you would
You
go
do it.
through my phone.
I go through
but
your
you're not
position.
interested in my phone
No, I'm
because
not.
there's nothing in there for you to see.
Well, that's good then.
That's
That's
why.
great.
You know, but
That's
you
great.
won't leave your.
No, I'm
we
not
can
gonna
go
leave
to the
mine.
store, get halfway
That's
to the
right.
store. Oh, I forgot my
That's
phone.
right. I'm
He about
going
to
to
have
get
a
it.
heart attack. We
That's
gonna turn
right.
around and go back and get that phone.
And that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
It's
Yes,
mine.
it's
I'm going
true.
to get it.
Did you go
Louise
out of town with
fantasized
anybody?
about anything.
Did you go out
Yes,
of
I
town
did.
with anybody?
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Did you tell me you was going?
I don't think we was together.
What you mean together?
I don't think we was together.
Oh, okay. Your togetherness
Because for
mean.
one-
Listen, his
listen.
togetherness mean this. If we have an argument and I might say, get out.
That's enough
okay?
for me.
And then
That's enough
that's
for
a
me.
week.
You got that right.
Well,
That's
why are you
enough
here
for me.
now then?
I'll tell you why I'm back.
Why?
Because you accepted me back.
I'm interested in a few other things. So how many
got it.
times have you cheated?
I cheated maybe twice.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Let me ask you about the Valentine's Day
Okay.
basket. Did
All right.
you give that to her? Somebody had already given it to you and you...
That's crazy.
No?
No.
You didn't?
No.
So you spend a lot of time at your mom's when you go
No,
off
I
on the...
don't.
Oh.
No, I don't. I go over there. I do whatever I got to do for my mom, and I leave.
And where do you go?
I have no destination. There's no way possible I can tell you, like, where I'm going, because I don't know. I just go. This is how it is, Trish.
On the motorbike?
I'm alone. I've been alone all my life. I don't have no brothers. I have no sisters.
12 years,
I'm the only
11
child.
years of those you wasn't alone.
I go. I'm used to just going where I go. There's no certain destination
But what
that I
do
go
you
to.
do?
I just ride.
On the
Sometimes I ride on the bike and I just ride
As long
down
as
the back road.
She's
Sometimes I'm
angry
riding.
because she thinks maybe you're riding on women, too.
That's her insecurities. That's her insecurities.
You know what?
Has she
I
ever
don't
seen
have
me
an
on the bike with a
insecurity.
woman? Ask
You
her.
are the one that has given me this insecurity.
No, you give
yes,
them to
you
yourself.
Have. You've done too much.
We've done too much.
You're doing too much. You know, but you depend on me for everything. you
Depend
know?
on you?
Yeah, you depend
Depend on
me.
you for what?
For whatever it is that you need. You know, you
I
depend
need
on
love and I need sex. You don't give
me.
me that.
You get it from everywhere else. Why
You know,
you need it from me?
you know what I mean? What?
She doesn't?
No.
You know, I don't get no romance.
As you know, last night Calvin sat down, he took a lie detector test. Sitting in our audience is Tim Acosta, our private investigator, and our polygraph examiner. So, Tim, they're going to hand me the questions. As usual, I don't know whether Calvin was telling the truth or not. We're about to find out. So here we go. Here are the questions we asked. We asked you, are you in love with Louise? You said yes. Tim?
The lie detector determined.
Up next, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than the two girls Louise knows about? And there was an admission made, Tim.
Yes, there was.
And later. All right. right, so this is for 3-year-old Xander. Okay, here we go. I don't know what's in here.
You are the father.
Get off my stage.
Families in turmoil.
Do you like her?
I can't stand her.
Today on Trisha.
For the last 11 years, I devoted my life to my boyfriend Calvin, and now I question the whole thing. I think throughout the whole relationship, he's been cheating on me. I know he's cheating because for Valentine's Day, he gave me a re-gifted basket. And let me tell you, I think I deserve better than that.
So how many times have you cheated?
I cheated maybe twice.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know, but you depend on me for everything,
Depend
you know.
on you?
Yeah, you depend
Depend
on
on
me.
you for what?
For whatever it is that you need. You know, you
I
depend
need
on me.
love and I need sex. You don't give
You
me that.
get it from everywhere else. Why
You know,
why
so-
you need it from me?
As you know, last night Calvin sat down, he took a lie detector test. Sitting in our audience is Tim Acosta, our private investigator, and our polygraph examiner. So, Tim, they're going to hand me the questions. As usual, I don't know whether Calvin was telling the truth or not. We're about to find out. So here we go. Here are the questions we asked. We asked you, are you in love with Louise? You said yes. Tim?
The lie detector determined he was being truthful.
Anything to admit, Calvin, at this stage?
No, I don't
You're
have
looking
none of
mighty sad. We asked you, did you have any type of sexual contact with the girl you bought the Mexican meal for? You said no. Tim?
The lie detector determined Calvin was being truthful.
We asked you, is the stuffed animal you gave to Louise on Valentine's Day, was that from another woman? You said no. Tim?
The lie detector determined Calvin was being truthful.
Did you have sexual intercourse with the woman who Louise heard you begging to pay off your speeding ticket to? And there was an admission made, Tim.
Yes, there was.
Do you want to make that? Do you want to tell us, or will Tim?
Tim's doing good.
Tim's doing good. So, Tim, what was the admission?
Calvin admitted he did have sexual contact with that woman.
We asked you, in the past 11 years, including the breakups, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than the 2 girls Louise knows about? Again, Tim, there was an admission.
Yes, Calvin, as well on this question, admitted to having sex with at least 2 other women.
I've been with you long enough to know that when we have sex, we have feelings mentally, physically, and within our hearts.
That's true. But
You know, so I know.
That's true.
I know when you are sleeping with someone else because you know what?
No.
Men cannot fake that.
Let me tell you something.
No one
Okay,
can fake that.
let's hear from Calvin.
You know, as you say, you know. But let me tell you something. When all this occurred, we wasn't together.
Not
we
together. We had broke up for what, a week?
I don't care if it's
2
an
weeks.
out. Let me tell you something.
You know what? You don't
I've
do
been
that.
telling
But you know
this.
what?
Are you gonna listen?
I'm not going to listen because
see, that's
of
part of the
this.
problem right there.
Because if I
You
know
don't
that
listen.
you're not going to be truthful,
I'm
that
being
you're
truthful.
I'm
Thought all
not
them
gonna
was
listen
lies,
to
didn't you?
it.
You
I'm
thought
not
all
gonna
that was a
listen to
lie,
it.
didn't you?
You
But
know
it come
what?
out to be truthful, didn't it?
Okay, hang on. What do you want to do? Do you want to be together? Do you want to work on the relationship? You may have to learn to be more soft and forgiving. You may have to learn to be more assertive. It will take a lot of work,
Okay.
but you need to have the will first. Otherwise, nothing will work. Do you want to work?
I got the will.
Do you want to work on the
I
relationship?
want to work on the relationship with her.
Okay, for me, the ball is in his court. But I'm still going to be watching, so I don't know. That's why
See
I got
what I'm
mixed
saying?
feelings.
No.
Because he's
See what I
going to
mean?
do it
See what I
again.
mean?
There's no doubt in my mind.
Wherever we be, whether it be in the poorhouse, in the garbage can,
I don't
we'll
want to be together with somebody living on the bridge.
Well, then you need to be with somebody else.
Well, perhaps maybe I do. I'm not living under no
You need to
bridge.
be with somebody else.
We'll be right back.
Coming up,
Okay, yeah, you know what? I her 6 times or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
and later.
I think, personally, both of you should get parenting assistance.
Families in turmoil.
Do you like her?
I can't stand her.
Today on Trisha.
Okay, joining me on stage is Jennifer. Now, Jennifer suspects that her husband of 3 years, Robert, is a cheater. And she says she has every right to be suspicious. You see, Jennifer claims she's caught Robert flirting with strange women online and even making plans to visit women in other states. The worst part is that Jennifer says her husband thinks it's all a big joke. So let's take a look at Jennifer's story.
Ever since I was a little girl, I wanted to be a mom. When I got the chance to finally become a mom, it was one of the greatest joys that I could ever have in my life. When I first met Rob, I did think he would be great father material, and shortly after, I had realized that he was the person that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. The day I gave birth to our first son, it did feel like it completed our family. It was just a great feeling, and I was very ecstatic about having him. We were both nervous when we found out we were pregnant with the second child because financially we weren't ready. Things seemed like they would be great, but they slowly started to decline. I believe that Robert meets the women on social network sites, anywhere between online or outside in the city somewhere. Rob and I had gotten into a fight. I had bluntly asked him how many times he had cheated on me, and without skipping a beat, he said 6. The very next day, he told me that it was just a joke, that he's never really cheated on me. But now that the flame has been lit, it's out there, and I don't trust him. If he fails this lie detector test, it's gonna be over. As much as I love him, I can't do it.
Wow. So, those are your 2 children there. Now, you suspect that Robert has been meeting these women online, yeah?
Yeah, he uses the same social network that I do.
Did he say anything to you about this, or this is just online that you discovered?
I discovered it online.
By the way, how did you and Robert meet?
We met on another social network
Online! Jennifer, you've brought him here. You've brought Robert here for a lie detector test, so I need to ask you, what happens if he fails the lie detector test?
As much as I love him, we're gonna have to go separate ways.
Well, Robert's been backstage listening to each and every accusation, so let's hear what he has to say. Come on out, Robert.
Keep it down.
So we've heard what Jennifer has to say. Your side of things are these women online. Who are they?
They're my friends. They were friends before I even met her.
So why would she think that?
I mean, I don't blame her for thinking it, you know. It's like, you know, when she was, you know, riding me about the whole sleeping with other people things, I was like, you know what, I just got tired of it, and I was like, okay, yeah, you know what, I 6 times or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
You just made it up.
Wrong joke, wrong time.
Oh.
Okay?
So any of the women online, have you ever had sex with any of them?
No, I've never had sex with anyone except for Jennifer since I've been in a relationship with her.
And the pornography?
I get ideas from the pornography to use on Jennifer.
Oh.
Right? Come on. Huh? Isn't that what every woman wants?
But she's crying, so obviously this is serious to her.
Roger that.
Jennifer, anything you want to actually say to him?
Speak now, man. Come on, you got me here in front of all these nice people in the whole country.
Go.
Why do you have to hide these things, though? Why can't you be honest? If there's nothing to hide, why not be honest about it.
You forced me to hide things with your paranoia, okay? Here's how it is, okay? I have a lot of female friends. You have a lot of male friends, okay?
Oh.
All right, let's check this out real quick. Do I bother any of your male friends and send them messages saying, hey, man, you talk to my wife, I'm gonna come over there and snap your neck or blah, blah, blah.
But do I make
I don't do
plans?
none of that. I don't do, no. I don't do none of that. I don't bother none of your friends. I don't ask you. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't make plans with my male friends to go meet them out of state either.
Well, okay, all right.
Yeah, why'd you do that?
Because they're my friends.
But why wouldn't you take your wife to meet this friend?
I don't know. She wants to go. I told her she could go.
Did you go to Jennifer and say, hey, look, this friend has said, let's meet up out of state. Why don't you come with me? Did that conversation take place?
No, it didn't. She happened to have found out some other way. I don't know.
But I shouldn't have to ask you to go. It should be something where you invite me to go.
Wrong answer.
Now, you know what? Do you know, okay, let's come to the polygraph test because that's why you've brought Robert here. You all right, Robert?
Yes, ma'am, I'm okay.
Okay, you're fine. Well, Tim Acosta, our lie detector specialist, he's here. So, here's how it goes. I will get the questions that were asked of you, Robert. I don't know whether you said something truthful or not. That's why Tim Acosta is here. Well, let's go through the questions. Let's have a look at them.
Let's do this.
We asked him, do you chat with women on the internet so that you can meet them and have sex with them?
No.
You said no. Tim?
The lie detector determined.
Up next, have you had sexual contact with any other women?
No.
Tim? And later. What's his favorite color? Who's his best friend? What are his dreams?
His favorite color is blue.
No, it's not.
Shall we have the next DNA test results? Thank you.
You are the fire. Get off my stage.
Families in turmoil. Do you like her?
I can't stand her.
Today on Trisha.
I believe that Robert meets the women on social network sites, anywhere between online or outside in the city. Rob and I had gotten into a fight. I had bluntly asked him how many times he had cheated on me, and without skipping a beat, he said 6. The very next day, he told me that it was just a joke, that he's never really cheated on me.
When she was, riding me about the whole sleeping with other people things, I was like, you know what? I just got tired of it, and I was like, okay, yeah, you know what? I 6 times or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
You just made it up.
Wrong joke, wrong time.
Tim Acosta, our lie detector specialist, he's here. So, here's how it goes. I will get the questions that were asked of you, Robert. I don't know whether you said something truthful or not. That's why Tim Acosta is here. Well, let's go through the questions. Let's have a look at them.
Let's do this.
Let's do this, yes. Okay, question number 1. Are you still in love with your daughter's mother?
Nope.
This is the ex. You said no. Tim, what did the lie detector show?
The lie detector determined he was being truthful.
What's that?
Here's the next question. We asked him, do you chat with women on the internet so that you can meet them and have sex with them?
No.
You said no. Tim?
The lie detector determined he was being truthful.
What? What? Wait, what?
Here's the next question. Did you plan the trip to New York so that you could have sex with a woman you were chatting with?
No.
You said no. Tim?
The lie detector determined he was being truthful.
Woo! What? These people are my friends, Jennifer.
Okay, we asked you, do you regret marrying Jennifer? You said no. Tim?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful.
Since being with Jennifer, have you had sexual contact with any other women?
No.
Tim?
The lie detector determined he was being truthful.
to say about you, Jennifer, in private?
Well, my wife, I can trade her anybody. I always good to say hello. It's another reason why I would never her out to friends on Facebook. Girl, nah. They're too small. I mean, I love my wife.
Anything you want to say?
I love you.
I know you do. I love you too.
We'll be right back. Oh.
Up next. All right, so this is for 3-year-old?
Yep.
3-year-old Xander. Okay, here we go. I don't know what's in here. Families in turmoil.
Do you like her?
I can't stand her.
Today on Trisha.
I am here to prove to my husband Gary he is not the father of my children, Xander and Verdi.
At times, I question if the kids are mine because Angela was sleeping around with other guys while we were married.
My son Xander doesn't look anything like Gary. He looks like another guy I slept with. And my daughter Verdi looks like she could be fathered by another man as well.
Angela's always saying I'm not Xander and Verdi's father. I need to know if these are my children. If they are, I want sole custody of them, and I am divorcing Angela.
I honestly hope he's not the father of my children, so I can be done with him, his drama, and he can be out of my life for good.
Do you like her?
I can't stand her.
That's good, because I can't stand you either.
Sadly, as we heard, 2 innocent children are caught in the crossfire, and I think, if anything, they deserve the truth. So we've got the DNA test results, I understand. Who wants to open the envelope, or are we going to have an argument about that as well?
I don't care. He can open it if he wants.
Or should I?
You should.
Yes, I think I should. Xander. All right, so this is for 3-year-old?
Yep.
3-year-old Xander. Okay, here we go. I don't know what's in here. Gary, you are the father of Xander.
Now man up and be a dad.
Be there for him. Quit turning your back on him.
What does that mean exactly, Gary?
That means I'm going to step up, be a father, I'm going for sole custody.
What does that mean?
That means to me that I need to be there for him and we need to establish
What's the
a
routine?
relationship.
What happens at 8 a.m.? What happens at 9 or 9:30? Children need a routine. What happens at 10? What time do they have lunch every
Her
single
and
day?
I gotta
What
come
do they
to
have
agreement.
lunch? What time do they have lunch? What's his favorite color? Who's his best friend? What are his dreams?
His favorite color is blue.
No, it's not.
Shall we have the next DNA test results? Thank you. What I'm talking about. What I'm talking about, when anybody says you need to be there, I'm going to be a father, it's not a grand, being a mother or a father, it's not a grand gesture, it's the little things. Children need to know when they're going to be fed, when they're going to bed, when bath time is, to be educated and get all
I took the first
assistance.
step by moving down there with him.
Let's find out with your daughter, the little girl. Okay, Gary, you are not the father of Verdi.
You knew it all along, Gary.
I did so.
So
that's because she was.
Yeah. Okay. She.
cheating on
You
me while we
two
were still
don't like
together.
each other. You hate each other.
Yep.
Stay the hell away from each other. Let's get that sorted.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. Okay. No, there's a way. There's a way.
We have to establish a relationship for a child.
No. You do not have to, because some people are past establishing a relationship. A halfway place, Jessica, I hope I'm not landing you in this, might be for Jessica to be the handover person for the children, and maybe Jessica to actually stay with the children while they're with you to help you establish some sort of relationship with them. Okay? You don't have to, the two of you see each other. The less you see each other, the better. I think, personally, both of you should get parenting assistance. You too.
Yep.
I've already gave her a piece of paper
No.
You're full of...
Okay, all right. I don't believe that he's the only one who uses bad language. I wonder why.
I'm guilty.
Yeah, I know, you're guilty. Okay, here's another fact. Children whose moms have men come and stay over, and different guys, because you break up with one, you get together with another, we know that there's a high incidence of the children
becoming mentally unstable, having problems with their own relationships. In the worst case scenario, sometimes those children are victims of abuse that the mother never even knows about, because you don't know the history of those men.
Right.
Okay.
My kids are never left alone with any of them.
No, the kids should not even see those men come and go.
Right.
When they're with auntie.
I agree.
Yeah. And we'll be right back. See you in a minute. Families in turmoil.
Do you like her?
I can't stand her.
Today on Trisha.
Thank you.
Hey, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Take care. Bye-bye.
You are the father.